A couple weekends ago, I got to borrow a high-end Lenovo Legion T730 gaming computer. Let's see how it runs. This Lenovo Legion T730 features a custom case that you cannot buy in any aftermarket place, not Amazon or anywhere. It is custom made by Lenovo. It features all black matte plastic, and it looks kind of like Lenovo. They're semi-professional, clean looks, while also having some gamerness with the RGB LEDs. So the most prominent feature of this case is the very large carrying handle that you see on top. It's a very interesting decision on Lenovo's part, considering much of the decisions they make later on that are not very gamery, or this kind of gives off the vibe that, hey, we know what we're talking about. This is a LAN party ready case. And it's not. You'll see later on, just keep watching. Other than that large handle, the top features no ventilation, just this interesting circular design, and also the power button, 2 USB 3 ports, and headphone audio jack. The front of the case has a nifty little sliding door for the DVD drive, and it has a cheese grater style mesh, which is somehow familiar.
Is housed in a machined aluminium unibody enclosure.
We're going to give you the Grady for cheese.
Anyways, this allows plenty of airflow for the single 120mm fan. The main side panel features a large acrylic window with a similar black mesh cheese grater style. Interestingly enough, you can remove the mesh from behind the window, leaving a perfectly clear acrylic window. I think instead you should be able to remove the acrylic and leave the mesh, so that way you can have some improved airflow for this very power dense small case. The back of the case features a 120mm vent for the all-in-one cooler of the CPU, 4 USB 3 jacks, 2 USB 2 jacks, 1 Ethernet port, and 1 headphone port. Keep in mind that's just one. There's nothing else. You'd think there'd be at least a microphone jack. Moving on, the back of the GPU has 3 display ports, 1 HDMI port. The power supply features just a plug, no switch, and a strange rubber strap that is supposed to be used, according to Lenovo's website, for cable management. I couldn't figure it out. Maybe you can. Finally, the back side panel features nothing. So overall, I find the matte plastic is quite utilitarian of this case. It hides fingerprints, it hides dents and scratches and stuff. However, I think a case on a computer of this price should definitely be made of some kind of metal, at least aluminum or steel, and have a tempered glass side panel. When you open up the case, you will see that this specific model features a 9900K water-cooled along with an RTX 2080, 16 gigs of RAM, a 512 gig NVMe SSD, a 1TB hard drive, and a 500 watt power supply. So this T730 keeps its CPU cool with a 120mm custom all-in-one loop, which does a pretty good job. It keeps the CPU around 4.7 GHz during gaming and about 4.17 GHz during productivity stuff such as video rendering. Now during these workloads, the CPU cooler does get quite loud, and I would like to see Lenovo kind of beef up this cooler so that way we could not only just see the 5 GHz advertised boost clock of the 9900K, but also have a little bit lower noise profile during said performance. All that being said, the CPU performed admirably. It played 4K games just fine, VR not a problem. Productivity stuff it chewed through, 4K video renders like a beast, and it ran through Cinebench like a monster. This is quite a heavy hitting CPU. It is still an 8-core 16-thread modern high clocking water cooled beast. Now Intel, people are dogging at Intel a little bit because AMD is making some strong strides. However, this is still a very strong CPU. Now, I won't go into too many details about the GPU, as I will have a review on that coming up very soon, but the 2080 in this computer is a full RTX 2080. The main issues I have with it are that it uses a blower style cooler in order to keep the heat out of the case. That being said, the GPU is still quite a beast. It is perfectly good at playing 4K games, using RTX, and doing VR. Pretty much anything you throw this GPU, it is still a 2080. 2080s are very strong. They're about as strong as a 1080 Ti, so keep in mind just how strong this graphics card is with just a blower style cooler. One thing to note is to remove that plastic backplate if you do end up with a blower style 2080. Take that plastic backplate off immediately. You will see instant benefits for cooling and performance. So storage with this computer is very fast. Thanks to the NVMe SSD, I saw write speeds of 1800 megabytes a second and read speeds of 3.5 gigabytes a second. That is incredibly fast, and it is very noticeable. Boot times were about 25 seconds from the power button, about 15 from post. Insanely fast. It is just so snappy. It kind of blows your mind how fast it is. Expansion on this PC is about what you would expect from a modern gaming laptop. You can add about one hard drive and one stick of RAM, and that's pretty much it. So before I tell you the price, keep in mind that this is a pre-built, and Lenovo is more of a premium brand, so there is a premium price for this pre-built, and that price is $2,400. Lenovo is not trying to sell us to the average gamer. They're probably not trying to sell us to you. Lenovo is selling this computer to people who use Lenovo PCs in their daily lives for their business or their jobs. They're using them all the time. They trust them with their livelihood, and so when they want to go out and buy a VR-ready, VR-capable, 4K-capable computer, they're going to go with Lenovo. And it's the convenience, the ease of use, the lack of having to set anything up, do anything yourself. Just you can put trust in the product, and it's going to work. And that's why it costs so much. Now there are other pre-builts around $1,900 to $2,400 with about the same specs. And I parted this whole computer out with equivalent or better specs on Amazon part for part. If you built it yourself, it would be around $1,700. So that is a price premium of $700 for the Lenovo pre-built. Remember, this isn't for you. This is for the people that can afford it. So I hope you enjoyed this review. I will have the T730 linked below. I will have the pre-built that is similar spec but a little bit cheaper also linked below, and I'll have the parts list linked below if you want to check any of those out, maybe kind of build your own or a similar kind of price PC. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this review. Please stay tuned for the 2080 review, and also go below and buy some Vegas software. Vegas is our main editing software. We edit every video we ever make on it, and is a wonderful piece of software. And if you buy Vegas through our affiliate link, that helps us out a bunch and will help us keep doing more reviews just like this one. I'm Steven. This is Techdive. Thank you so much for watching. See you next time.